welcome to another book review. Today is kind of an arc, but kind of not. So we're going to go with the no spoilers because it is not out for general sale yet, but I have already reviewed this on Goodreads as this was part of a Kickstarter campaign. And if you don't know what Kickstarter is, it's a website where people can upload any type of projects that they want to do, and people can pledge so much money towards the goal of getting these projects done. You do pledge at your own risk though, so take care. I'm not advocating for anybody to go spend all their money on it, but if you're interested, I would recommend going and having a look. I have a browse through every now and again for books that want to get published, or books that want to get published in a different manner to the one that they originally were. Say that their debut novel was in paperback and they want to do a fancy dancy hardback. Kickstarter is where they would go to raise the money for that. And if a Kickstarter thing doesn't meet its goal, you do get your money back. So this book that I'm going to review today is was part of a Kickstarter campaign. That's how it came to life. And it had a very unique concept. I didn't find this on Kickstarter. I discovered this because the gentleman behind it, Don McDermott, has his own booktube channel on here. And I'll link that down below. It was his idea to do this as a kind of advent calendar. This book is the Advent of Winter, and as you can see, it is quite like wintry, it is quite, like fantasy. And the idea behind this Kickstarter campaign, and the reason why I am reviewing a winter book in the height of summer, well, it's chucking it down, so for England it's the height of summer. But every year, every December, there are different advent calendars that go out. The kids get the chocolate ones, and adults now get their own advent calendars, which are there's makeup ones, there's jewellery ones, there's probably adult ones, but none really took my fancy. This idea is a book advent calendar, which is, I've never heard of it being done before, so to me it was a unique concept. And it just captured my imagination. So every day from the 1st of December to the 24th of December, a new short story was dropped onto the backers of the Kickstarter's Kindles. So every day we had a new short story to open up and read. And these short stories were purposefully written for this book, for this Kickstarter. So you won't be able to find them anywhere else yet. And it was such an experience to get a short story dropped every day. It was like you got the feeling of waking up and wondering what was behind door number 2, or wondering what was behind door number 15. It was fun, and it reconnects you with your childhood, with something that you love. And you might say, well, it's why has it taken so long to put a review up? Well, I put the review on Goodreads, but I didn't want to put a video review up until I had the physical copy, because pledgers get the physical copy. And it's here. I mean, you can see the unboxing. I did an unboxing as part of the holiday haul because it was here waiting for me when I got back, and I didn't actually realise what it was. But there are a few things that I missed in its unboxing. So I think for the stories themselves, I think the only two sort of restrictions that were put on, there was that the short stories had to be to do with winter, and they had to be to do with fantasy. They were the only two, and then the authors, 24 authors, which are, they're all listed down the back, down the spine of it, all the way down there. 24 stories are in this book, and it is just it's a beautiful edition. It is one of the most beautiful editions I actually have, and I have all these special edition book boxes from Illumicrate, Locked Library, Butterfly Club, Caffeine and Legends, Page and Wit. I have a lot of special editions, which you probably can't see because my hat's in the way and there's someone there. But this is one of the most beautiful book editions I have. It's so detailed. I mean, look at this thing. That is just the front cover, with the authors down the spine, and this on the back. Not to mention what it looks like without the cover on it, because this is the naked hardcover with the same authors down the spine and this on the back. And not only that, but it does have sprayed edges with a different colour, with the nice icy blue colour. And then the artwork inside of it is just amazing. Look at this. People are so talented. And it's the same on the back. Now, one thing I didn't notice in the unboxing, because I sort of did what I've just done, is that when you open this book up and actually go to have a look, it comes with its own bookmark, which has the same artwork as on the back, with a list of the authors as well. So I love that. But it's also signed by every single one of the authors that have written a book in this book. So the concept for this was 24 authors, 24 stories, and one unique advent calendar, which, hence its title, The Advent of Winter. There isn't one story out of the 24 that I didn't like. I liked all of them. There were some I got on with better than others. There were some that were shorter than others, some that were longer. But there are just so many good stories in this. It's hard to pick a favourite. So I ended up picking 5 favourites instead. So my 5 favourites out of this entire thing is Cold Silver for Souls by Tori Tech, which features a bounty hunting necromancer. A Cold Broad River by Tim Hardy, which I think is the artwork on the inside of the book, if I remember rightly. I think it's the artwork for this. And that is a gripping story of loss, adventure and daring. Then my next favourite was A Fighting Chance by Don McDermott, which showcases how far you will go to have the sun shine again. And one of my really top tier favourites out of the 5 was 3 Bells to Midnight by Kirsten Rosero. And that is a story about a shadow man taking children in the night. And the only barrier to this is the charioteers of the cities. And I found that really, it was just so interesting and so much imagination. My mind went off thinking about it, of thinking about what could happen and then what didn't happen and what might be. I really liked reading that one. And the last one of my 5 favourites is The Blood That Burns the Winter Snow by Ryan Cahill, which is a story of a seemingly hard-won perfect life threatened by a long-buried past which is coming to the present. So all in all, I mean, I could list every single story that's in this, but I would be here for hours. This isn't available for general sale yet. I did ask in the Discord prior to making this video. It isn't available yet, but so much hard work has gone into this. I just wanted to showcase. I mean, look at it. I just can't stop looking at it. It's gorgeous. I would date this book. It is lovely. It is one of the most, I would say, best special editions that I own. It is just beautiful. Really is just absolutely beautiful. I love it. I think part of why I love it is the concept, the way that it came down as an advent calendar with a story dropping every day. I really loved that concept. I think it made my December. I'm not usually one to get excited for Christmas. I get more excited for Halloween. Christmas is just, there's so much stuff, everything to do, all the presents to buy, all the cards to write, and God forbid you miss a family member. But for all the stress that Christmas could come, this helped so much. A story a day. And if you feel like you're in a reading slump, it hasn't disappeared off my Kindle. They're still on my Kindle. Even if like you missed a day of reading or you were too busy, the story didn't disappear. It's still there. I mean, it's still on my Kindle. It's still all on my Kindle, which I'll probably get rid of because now I've got the book. But for the stress that Christmas brings, even if you're in a reading slump, these start, I think it was maybe 10, 15, maybe half an hour every day just to read. And some Christmas with so much going on, and I didn't get to read as much as I usually would hope to. But this, I can't verbalize how much I loved the concept of this, because saying that I loved the concept doesn't seem enough somehow. But yeah, when this does go on general sale, I will post the link down below to it, because I think everybody should be able to read the words that are in here. Oh, and some of the stories do have different artwork in it. Forgot all about it. I was wrapping up and everything. And the chapter headings are inked different, which I really, really like. Because I don't know about anybody else, but on my like browsers or on your websites, if they have the option to go to dark mode, which is the white writing on the black background rather than the black writing on the white background, I would go to dark mode every single time. I just find it easier. And this has every title page has the black on it. So yeah, I really, really liked this book. So if you've been part of a Kickstarter campaign, especially that has like unique ideas like this one, please list them down below if you want to. Don't forget to give me a like, remember to subscribe to my channel, and as always, keep reading.